Don't take offense. Don't ever take offense. See, there are a lot of guys who, you say something, you say the wrong thing, and all of a sudden they're like offended and shit, right? Happens with chicks all the time, that they're offended by whatever the fuck. Actually, no, it doesn't happen so much with chicks. It happens with these soy boy cucks, These soy boy cuck losers, that everything is fucking offensive. Oh, I'm offended. Fucking faggots. Anyway, never take offense, okay? Never, okay? Because first of all, most of the time, other people do not want to offend you. Most of the time, people are just going about their business and they have no interest or intention of hurting your feelings, right? They don't want to do it. So if you feel that you are offended by somebody, more likely than not, they never intended to offend you. And it was not their intention, and they didn't mean it. And if you just tap their shoulder and tell them, they'll probably apologize, okay? So remember that. Number one, most people do not intend to offend you. If you feel offended for whatever reason, it's probably inadvertent, okay? Okay, that's the most important. Now, second, insofar as being offended, when you are offended, you are taking offense, as they say. You have to take offense. It's not given, right? It's a very true saying, but more to the point, when you take offense, you automatically are giving power to the guy that you perceive offended you. He's in the driver's seat. See? So suppose the following. Suppose you say to me, "Oh, coach, you're fat." I am, but shh. Suppose you say, "Coach, you're fat." And I can react two ways. I can just blow you off and just ignore it. Or I can say, "Oh, you shouldn't say that. I'm offended, blah, blah, blah." Suppose I say that. I say, "Oh, I'm offended. You're calling me fat. You're a bad man. You're calling me fat. Oh, I hate you. I'm offended by you, blah, blah, blah." So all of a sudden, all of my attention is focused on you. You're in the driver's seat, right? Yeah, you just call me fat, and just because of that, I just freak out and start focusing on you and ignoring anything else that's important to me. And I'm screaming at you, and you, what are you doing? You're just sitting around smiling, You're in the driver's seat, right? But what happens if I ignore you calling me fat? What if I just blow you off? Huh? What happens then? What if I just keep on sailing away, just on my way, and I hear you calling me fat and I just don't even bother? What happens? See, you who intended to offend me, all of a sudden are powerless. You see what's going on here? See? When there is actual intent to offend, and the object of the offense blows it off, the guy who threw out the offensive word or phrase or whatever, he's left powerless. He's effectively gelded. See? It's like trolls. Well, trolling is offending. That's what it is. It's deliberate offense. That's what trolling is. And what do they always say? Don't feed the trolls. Fucking A. A troll wants to offend you. So, if you blow him off, if you ignore him, what happens? He'll chatter some more, say a few nasty comments, and then leave because he'll get bored. Exactly. That's it. That's the trick. That's the trick to dealing with people who are deliberately trying to offend you. Blow them off. Look, there is nothing more pathetic than to be offended by every fucking little thing. Okay? And that's part of the fun of making fun of leftists, right? And from my point of view, yeah, I feel like I'm trolling them. I'll just say whatever the fuck, whatever craziness, right? And they'll bite. They'll bite like fools, right? And they'll like yap and yap and yap like little dogs, like little fucking chihuahuas, right? Yap, 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 right? And I'll just be sitting there laughing at them. I've got all the power. They're powerless because they are a slave to their emotions. What do I always say? That the difference between men and every other being on the face of this earth is that we can control our emotions, okay? We can control, one of our emotions is outrage. If somebody says some shit to us, something provocative, trying to get a rise out of us, and we just blow it off because we marshal our emotions, we husband them, we control them, right? And don't allow ourselves to be offended by whatever some Tom, Dick, or Harry has to say to us, right? What happens? We're in control. We control the situation. And the troll, the asshole who said something offensive to us, well, he's neutered. That's what happens. That's all you have to do, for crying out loud. So don't take offense. Don't be offended by any shit that anybody says, okay? No matter how painful. The more painful it is, the more you gotta ignore it, okay? The more hurtful, the more that it jabs at that insecurity, because we all have insecurities. We all have things that we feel weak and unsure about, right? And people, nasty people, are sometimes very, very good at finding those weak spots and just jab, 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 right? It's precisely at those moments that you have to prevent yourself from taking offense and blow them off. Because if you don't blow them off, they rule you. They control you. You become their puppet, their marionette. They can do with you as they see fit, just by provoking you. Don't fucking feed the trolls. Don't take offense. Okay? Okay. That wasn't so hard now, was it?